It's the most iconic fruit for grinding in blood fruit, the one fruit every player either has or wants to get their hands on. But lately, a question has been tearing through the community, popping up in discords and YouTube shorts. Did the Buddha fruit lose its rings? You've seen the post, you've heard the talk. Today we are going to get to the bottom of it. Are the rings really gone? Was there a secret nerf, a massive bug, or is the community just seeing things? Let's figure it out. The story seems to go like this. Recently, players started reporting that the golden iconic rings that appeared around the awakening Buddha form have just vanished. One day they were there, a shimmering halo of power, and the next day gone for many. There were no patch notes, no developer announcements, just empty air where the rings used to be. Almost immediately, the community chatter exploded. Videos with titles like "Blood Fruit broke Buddha fruit" and "Buddha lost its ring" started showing up. With that look like pretty convincing proof. On one side of the screen, you've seen old footage of a glorious ring Buddha. On the other, new footage of a transformation without them. For many, the visual evidence seemed to seal the deal. The confusion was real, with some players even claiming the game is cooked. If developers don't fix it, after all, the rings weren't just for show. They were part of the fruit's whole identity. Their apparent disappearance felt like a huge, unannounced change to the most popular fruit in the game. But here's where things get interesting. After looking through community reports, videos, Reddit discussions, and player experiences, the evidence points to something surprising. The rings probably weren't removed at all. At first, that sounds crazy, right? If the rings weren't removed, then why are so many players convinced they are gone? The answer seems to be inconsistency. Some players are loading into the game and seeing the Buddha rings exactly as they have always been. Other players are transforming and finding the rings completely missing. Even stranger, some players report that the ring appears sometimes and disappears at other times, and that's a huge clue. If Bloodfruit had officially removed the rings, everyone would be experiencing the same thing. Instead of reports are all over the place. Some players see them, some don't. Some say the issue comes and goes depending on the server. That makes a secret removal much less likely and points towards something else entirely. A visual bug. In other words, the real mystery isn't why the rings weren't removed. The mystery is why they only seem to disappear for certain players. But that's where theories begin. And that's where you come in. This isn't a settled issue and the reports are all over the place. Have you personally experienced this? Are your Buddha rings gone for good? Do they just disappear sometimes, or have you never had this problem at all? Let me know in the comments below and tell me what device you play on. The more info you can gather as a community, the closer we can get to the real answer. So if the rings aren't officially removed, what's actually happening? The community has come up with three main theories. First and most likely is the bug theory. Bloodfruit is a huge game and visual glitches are bound to happen. The fact that the ring appearance is so inconsistent for different players and on different servers points straight to a bug, not a deliberate change. It's possible a recent patch meant to fix something else accidentally messed with Buddha visual files. Second, we have the secret rework theory. This is the fun one. Some players think that the disappearing rings are a subtle hint from the developers. The idea is that they might be quietly phasing out the old visual to prepare for a brand new one, maybe even a new rework for Buddha. We've all seen fan concepts for things like a red Buddha, and taking away old rings could be step one. It's an exciting thought, but for now it's pure speculation without any official word. Finally, there's the performance theory. Those golden rings are as cool as they are extra particle effects. In a game with a dozen players spamming abilities, those effects can cause lag. It's possible the developers are testing a version with reduced effect to improve performance, especially on mobile. Removing or limiting the ring's appearance might just be a simple optimization test. This is another reasonable guess, but it is just conjecture. Conclusions. So why did Buddha lose its rings? The most likely answer is it didn't, at least not on purpose and not for everyone. With no official announcement from the developers, all available evidence points to this being a widespread and very confusing visual bug rather than a secret nerf. It seems a glitch is just making the iconic ring play hide and seek. The amount of panic and speculation this one visual bug has caused really shows how passionate this community is. We noticed every single detail while there is no confirmation of a future rework. The community reaction proved that if a real Buddha visual update ever comes, everyone will be watching. Until then, if you see a will be watching. Until then, if you see a Buddha without its ring, don't panic. They are not going crazy. They are just experiencing the latest mystery in the world of Bloodfoot. Subscribe for more mysteries.